Everyone has different opinions. What if you couldn't express those opinions just because somebody didn't agree with it? Today we are going to learn why censorship is a practice that can be seen anywhere and everywhere. We're going to learn why parents believe it's necessary to protect their kids, how it can be seen around the globe and throughout history, how it can be seen in US politics, and why it's not as necessary or as logical as it may seem. Stop, you can't say that around kids. Protecting kids from harsh topics is one of parents' main reasons for censorship. This can most be seen in the banning of books in public schools, like The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by John Steinbeck, nope, by Mark Twain, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, Black Boy by Richard Wright, and Slaughterhouse-Five by Vonnegut. These have been criticized for topics such as racism, profanity, and explicit scenes. Although it's understandable why elementary kids shouldn't be exposed to these kind of topics, older, more mature kids should learn about these type of books because it can help them learn from the wrongs of the past. In a way, they can expand their knowledge and make the next generation better. Now we are going to learn how dictatorial and totalitarian countries have used censorship to ensure their sole control. This can be seen in Nazi Germany, Fascist Italy, and the Francoist dictatorship in Spain. Nazi Germany restricted the freedom of speech, expression, press, and removed legislature from their parliament. Fascist Italy closed their newspapers, synodecs, and trading unions. The Francoist dictatorship in Spain sought to have a unified national identity, so they restricted any cultural minorities in their country. Although these are all extreme examples, it shows the risk of what censorship can lead to. Now we are going to see how it's affected politics in the United States. Court cases often become a debate of protected and unprotected speech. Gitlow versus New York decides that cases regarding this are decided state by state and case by case. Unprotected speech includes slander, fighting words, obscenity, and sedition. Protected speech involves expressive and symbolic speech. This can be shown in Tinker versus Des Moines, which was a debate whether middle school students should be allowed to wear black armbands in protest of US involvement in Vietnam. If censorship had been carried out here, then you could almost compare the United States to the previous countries we had covered. Now we are going to see why it's not as logical or as necessary as it may seem. Because everyone has different opinions, censorship will be drawn at different places. It'll never be enough. In a way, nothing will be left. This can be seen in the Accademia Art Gallery in Florence. Statues like the Statue of David, made by Michelangelo, is a nude, detailed statue. And there are many other art pieces like this that would be removed if some people had their way. This can also be seen in entertainment. A Congress member believed that Star Trek and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were too violent for children to see. And what about sports or news broadcasting? What if a fight broke out during a hockey game? Then the feed would be cut and nobody would be able to watch the game anymore. And what would be allowed to be shown on the news? If everything that was considered violent would be restricted, then nobody would get any information. Now we are going to go over what we've learned. We've learned why some parents believe it's necessary, how it's been seen around the globe and throughout history, how it's affected US politics, and why it's not as necessary or as logical as it may seem. Although some censorship is necessary, too much censorship should be limited and not taken to the extreme. Well, I better go before this all gets cut. Thank you. Yep.